Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Come on in. Man, it's been a minute since I have done one of these broadcasts, one of my coaching coaches corner broadcasts, but I just felt like doing a little bit of coaching this afternoon. And so for those of you that are coming on, hey, what's up? What's happening? So glad that you are here. So glad that you're popping in with me just for a few moments this afternoon as we talk about, success and what that looks like and why that's okay and what we think about it and all that good stuff. So, I haven't done one of these in such a long time, but I am glad to be on this afternoon. Hey, how are you? God bless you, Faith. Good to see you on this afternoon. Blessings to you. God bless you. Um, I just wanted to come on just for a few moments. As many of you know, I am a master life and empowerment coach. In addition to being a pastor and an entrepreneur, right? One of the hats that I wear is my coaching hat. And so, as a matter of fact, I talk about it when I'm on some of my other broadcasts, but I don't talk about it a whole lot. I mean, you probably don't know how much I really love it because I don't talk about it too often, but I try to mention it every time that I come on. But let me just tell some of you who may not know, I am a life and empowerment coach, a master life empowerment coach. And I started my coaching business years ago, right? Years ago, and decided that this was what I wanted to do like forever, right? As long as I have to have a vocation, a stream of income, that this was going to be it. And I just love coaching. And so I wanted to come on this afternoon to kind of provide that platform. I'm going to start doing more of these because I believe, I love the preaching, I love the ministry, I love our soul talks. But at the end of the day, after we have gotten all the information, after we have gotten, listen, set free and delivered and all of that, then what are we going to do? And that's what coaching is all about, helping people who are in this place where, they need to move forward, but they don't know how. And so I love that part of what I do. I'm at the helm of Living on Purpose, Life and Empowerment Coaching. I have a certification program. You guys hear me talk about that all the time. I have a coaching certification program that I have created. We've been certifying coaches for several years now. Over the past probably 5 years, we've been certifying coaches, and we've certified well over 100 coaches who are all around the world operating as certified personal development coaches or certified relationship coaches or certified spiritual development coaches. So I actually, good afternoon, Tiffany. So glad you're on. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Maria, glad you guys are on. Hey, Ida, how are you? How are you doing this afternoon? So glad that you're on. And so I have certified coaches all over the world, and we are continuing in that. We have a cohort that's coming up on February 7th, just a few weeks from now. And listen, either you need to be in this class or you know somebody that needs to be in this class. And either way, listen, you got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. Not a lot of people really understand the value of coaching and why it is so necessary. Like coaching is it's so necessary. It's a necessary discipline. A lot of people, think that coaching is counseling and coaching is mentoring, but coaching is in a category all by itself. Coaching allows a coach to walk alongside an individual who is ready to move forward in their purpose and their destiny. And so I wanted to come on to talk about that just for a moment, to invite you to be a part of this cohort, and also to invite you, wait a minute, I want to invite you all to be a part of tomorrow's session. Let's see if we can put that up there. Tomorrow's session of my success session that I'm going to host tomorrow. tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Okay, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And I would love for you to join me. I'm going to put the link in here for anyone who wants to be a part. Um, of this webinar on tomorrow. If you've ever considered being a life coach or in the helping profession, if you've ever considered doing anything, of course, we'll be talking about the coaching, but we're also going to be talking about just living out your dreams, just living out your dreams and doing what it is that God has called you to do. Okay. I love the fact that I get to live out my dreams every day of my life, every day that I don't have to get up and go to a 9 to 5. Let me tell you, I give Jesus some praise, okay? Because I get to do what I love to do instead of what I have to do. And I've been doing this coaching for probably about full time for about 6 years now. 6 years, I think now. I've been doing it full time and I just love it. I love walking alongside people. I love seeing the light bulb come on for individuals who are trying to figure out what their next steps are. And so, who are the people that I coach? I coach people that are in business. I coach people that are in ministry. I coach people that are ready to write books. I coach people that are ready to transition. I coach people who have just become empty nesters or people who are making a decision whether or not they want to go back to school. There are so many crossroads that we pass through in life. And truth be told, there are a lot of people who get stuck at those crossroads. And so that's why the coaching discipline is so amazing, because we help people to matriculate through these crossroads of life and move forward with what it is that they're supposed to be doing. Hey, Sharetta, how are you? Blessings to you. And so I wanted to come on and talk about that, invite you to the success webinar that I'm doing in the morning. No registration cost. It's a totally complimentary webinar where you can come in. And even if you don't want to be a life coach, you're going to get some good nuggets from the conversation that we're going to have on tomorrow morning. We are at the top of the year. We're at the top of the year. We're still in January, and there are many of us that are scratching our heads trying to figure out what should I be doing, like which way should I go, right? But this is no time to be stuck or stagnant. This is the time for us to know what we need to do and to embrace the fact that, listen, we have the right to be successful. We have the right to be prosperous. The word of God even tells us that. Y'all know I can't mention anything without mentioning the word of God. But in Joshua, the first chapter, the 8th verse, it talks about that. Hey, yet praise, how are you? And so we have every right. Sometimes we get stuck in these ruts of thinking that our life is, we're supposed to be in the struggle all the time. No, we're not. That we're supposed to be in lack. No, we're not. That we're supposed to be at the back of the line in the bottom of the barrel. No, we're not. Listen, we are God's chosen. We are God's ambassadors in the earth. And let me tell you, the Bible says that all of the silver and all the gold, it belongs to him. And so listen, and it also says that he opens up his hands and he gives good gifts to his children. And so listen, my daddy can't be operating in all of that, and I'm just scraping to get by. And so this is the season. I believe this. I don't believe that we should chase after money, okay? I don't believe that we should chase after money. Good, Charlene. I'm glad you're going to be on. Hey, Coach Gigi. I'm glad you're going to be on. Angela, you see that link that's across the screen there. If you can copy that link, and I'll put it in the chat again so that you can get a copy of it, or you can click on it, should I say. This is a season for us to be operating in overflow, okay? And it's a time, I don't believe, I was getting ready to say this. I don't believe that we should chase after money. I don't think we have to chase after money. I don't think it's necessary to chase after money. But what I do believe is that it's necessary to live on purpose. And when we live on purpose, guess what? Money finds us. Our wealth and our riches find us. When we find out what we want to do, what we love to do, and then we do it with all of our heart, I believe that we end up in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing with the right people. And so we're going to talk about some of that tomorrow. I believe that, I believe the word to be true. The Bible says that, that God, that He wishes above all that we would prosper and be in health, even as our soul prospers. And so we need to be living in prosperity. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to be in that session. If you're not an entrepreneur, you need to be in that session on tomorrow as we encourage you and inspire you and motivate you to do what you're supposed to do. So as a life and empowerment coach, I believe that we all have a purpose. I believe that we all have strengths that are conducive to that purpose. I believe that when we add faith to the equation, it empowers us the more to walk in our purpose and to activate our strengths. And then I believe that we should always execute. Faith without works is dead. And so those are the main pillars of my coaching business. That's what you're going to see those four components in anything that I do. I'm going to always encourage people to walk by faith, to press into their faith. I'm going to encourage them to find their purpose. I'm going to encourage them to find and identify what their strengths are. And then I'm going to push them, like all get out, to execute and do something about their lives, do something about what's on the inside of them and what they and what God has given them, because it's necessary. Good. Yet praise. I'm glad you registered. Very good. And so we're going to be talking about some of these things. I'm going to be coaching some. If there are any of you that are on this afternoon, I talk about the recipe for success. There are ingredients. There are things that we need to add to the equation. And for me, those are the four things, that I really hone in on and encourage people to ensure that they have all of those pieces to the puzzle. Okay. So we got to identify, our purpose. We got to identify our strengths, right? Because just because we know our purpose, right? I know that, I'm called to women's ministry. I'm called to empower women. What are my strengths? What are my strengths? What are the things that I do good in the realm of people empowerment? Am I a good orator? Do I speak well? Do I listen well? Do I make people feel comfortable around me so that they'll open up and talk? Because all of those things are necessary if I'm going to be successful in women's empowerment. And so I find out what my strengths are, and then I capitalize on them. You notice I didn't mention weaknesses. I know we all have weaknesses, but I think that if we can begin to identify our strengths and capitalize on our strengths, those things that we aren't that great at, right? That we will begin to be able to go and to tap into those things and work on those simultaneously. I think, even before you talk about weaknesses, you need to begin to tell people to look within themselves and find out the areas of their strength. The weaknesses are always going to be there, right? But if we can capitalize on our strengths and create a level of success or a level of productivity based on what we're good at, I believe that gives us the motive to go back and say, you know what, I could be even better if I work on these areas. So, I believe that we should all, exercise our purpose. We should find out what our strengths are. And we should also, but above anything, we should let our faith lead us, right? That there should be a connection with God. Matthew 6:33 says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you. And so as a coach, I love the fact that I don't have to hide my faith. And when I certify coaches, my program is faith-based. And so I don't make any excuses or apologies for that, because that's who I am. I believe that in my business, there are indications, there are signs, there are characteristics in my business that says that, listen, this is ministry. There's ministry somewhere in here, right? And then, I say my ministry is my business is my ministry, because I don't separate who I am, come on, from what I do. Like I am a coach. I am a woman of faith. I'm both of those. And I believe that we can be all of it at once. Okay. I believe that we can do it all. Can somebody type that? I can do it all. I can do it all. And so listen, I want to if one of you would be so brave this afternoon, if you want to be coached in a particular area really quick, a laser coaching session, I love to invite you into the broadcast and let's talk about something that you're dealing with, something that you're trying to get unstuck in. Listen, it's a free mini session of coaching if you want to participate with me on this afternoon. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I love doing this. Coaching is very empowering. I always say that a coach serves as a GPS, okay? A GPS for their clients. A GPS, you can plug in your destination. And when you plug in your destination, you'll get various routes that you can take to get to your destination. Now, it's up to you to decide, do I want to go, on the highway, or do I want to go back roads? How do I want to get to where I'm going? Then you have to consider factors. Is it important that I get there real quick? Is it important that, I get there with not a whole lot of, traffic and confusion around me? Do I get there in a way that's going to take me past, a store that I need to go to, or do I need gas? See, there's so many things that you have to factor in when you're trying to get to your destination. What a coach does is walk alongside you. And as you lay out those different routes that are possible, a coach begins to excavate the answers from the inside of you to decide which route am I going to take and what am I going to do? How am I going to handle myself as I'm on my journey? And in a nutshell, that's what a coach does. That's what a coach does. A coach inspires and activates the greatness that's already on the inside of our clients. And so if you are on today and you're looking for a coach, here I am. Or if you're looking to become a coach, here I am. All you got to do is click on that bit.ly link and register for our success session in the morning. I won't keep you guys long because I know that tomorrow is Saturday. We got a lot of things to do, but I did want to drop these nuggets of success in your spirit on tomorrow as we talk about some things that will translate, into your life if you are looking to be a certified personal development coach, or if you are in any other line of business. Maybe you're already a coach and you need some information or some encouragement. You need to be surrounded by people who are speaking your language. Then we also have the answer for you as well. And so I wanted to come on. Let's see. I don't think I have any takers for the coaching session. Come on. Come on. Or type, or if you don't want to come live, why don't you type your scenario in the comments so we can kind of, talk about it and do some coaching this afternoon as we're on the live. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I used to do these coaches corners all the time. I'm going to start doing them again because I believe that this is the practical. Okay. Sharetta says, hey, Tiffany, so glad that you're on. Tiffany, you'll do it. Okay. I'm gonna put the link. Okay, I'm gonna copy the link. I believe I can copy it into the comments, can't I? I believe I can copy the link into my comments. And Sharetta is actually one of my coaches that I've certified. So that'll be really good. We can see what's up with her. And listen, maybe I'll let her coach me, huh? Yeah, maybe I'll let her coach me. Shredder's like, no, PK, that's not what I signed up for. But there's the link right there, and you can hop on with me. We'll just do, maybe 5 minutes or so, and coach Sharetta this afternoon based on some things that she might be experiencing. Okay, so go on, Sharetta. Let me know if you can. Let me know if you can access that link. Okay. If you can access that link, come on in the session with me, and we'll do a little bit of coaching with you this afternoon. Okay. To let the people know exactly what this is all about. So I started coaching about probably about 10 years ago. I've probably been coaching about 10, probably longer than that, because this is the deal with many of us. We are coaching and we've just not been formally educated in it. You remember I said that a coach is able to walk alongside folk. They have this a secret sauce that allows them to be that catalyst within the lives of those that they are connected to. And so what does a catalyst do? A catalyst, it starts a process, right? It starts a reaction. It's very instrumental in a reaction, but you cannot really detect the catalyst by the end of the reaction, right? You can't really detect the catalyst. They just in there to start stuff, got to be starting something, right? Coaches got to be starting something. So we start things in essence in the lives of our clients so that they can achieve the goals that they have set out to achieve. I love it. Charlene is also one of my coaches. She says, "Yep, I coached cheerleaders for 15 years. However, it was more than teaching them the cheers." That's right. It was bringing out the best in them, right? It was bringing out the best in them. So that's what coaching is all about. I really want you guys to join me on tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock as I tomorrow morning this tomorrow morning I'll be doing the session at 11. I hope that you can join Tiffany. I would love to have you in the session on tomorrow. That would be wonderful if you could join on tomorrow. It's gonna be listen, it's gonna be very casual, very laid back. We're gonna be having some conversations. You guys are gonna be able to talk and really share maybe some of the things that are challenges to you and moving forward and experiencing the success that has been ordained for your life. And so I just wanted to come on. I don't know, Sharetta may be having difficulty trying to join, but I put that link up there, and I hope that she'll join that link, click on that link if she can, or if not, we'll do some tomorrow. It doesn't matter either way. But coaching, really, a coach is able to ask the right questions. A coach is able to, listen really well. Hey, beautiful. I got a little visitor here. I got a little visitor that just came in. So I don't know. Listen, I don't even know how much longer I'll be able to stay on now because my little visitor is here. And you guys probably know who my little visitor is, right? My little visitor who always comes and pops in, um, coming in here. See, listen, taking off her shoes. And you want to come, Ganga? Huh? No, went the other way. So I don't have a visitor. She left me. She just wanted me to help her take off her shoes. She's over there, Charlene. She just went back out the door. But in any event, we'll be doing more of these. We'll be doing more of these pop-up coaching sessions. Maybe I'll just throw some ideas out there, some topics out there, and we'll just have some discussions about it. I don't see y'all putting any issues over there or any questions over there. Do you have any questions about coaching? Do you have any questions about, moving forward? We'll be handling a lot of them tomorrow, but I'm here now. So if there's anyone who really wants to be a part of that, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. And here is the link for tomorrow. Okay. Just go out there, click on that link, and invite other people. If you know anybody who needs an extra boost right here at the top of the year, tell them to come on tomorrow to be a part of the success webinar, the life coaching webinar on tomorrow, where I tell and share a bit about my journey and what I went through to get where I am today, and to be able to experience the joy of doing again what I love to do versus what I have to do. So, guys, thank y'all for coming on. I don't see any takers. Okay, wait a minute. Charlene says I'm up for a promotion, and my most feared question is, what is your weakness? I stumble on this one all the time. All the time. I love it. I love it. So my question to you, as a coach who is working with somebody who is trying to, be the best versions of themselves, I would ask them, what is the one thing that you could change about your life, that would change everything? What is the one thing that you could do that would change everything in your life? What's the one thing? And the one thing that you're not already doing, what would that be? Now, when I ask that question, what is the one thing that you could do to change the trajectory of your life? Now, you'll tell me what that is, and then from there, because obviously you're not doing it, then there's something to be worked out or discovered in that. Why aren't you doing that? And from there, we would discover what some of the weaknesses are. Okay. Tiffany says, balance work home as a single parent. How do I balance work or home as a single parent? So my question to Tiffany would be, what does a balanced home look like? What would your life look like if there was balance between work and home? What would your life look like? And so we would delve into that, and we talk about what that life looks like. We compare that life with our life right now, see what the differences are, and then work on those things that are missing. Work on those things that are missing. So you see, with coaching, what you're doing is you're not giving answers. You're not giving answers, but you're helping people to come up and discover the answers that are already on the inside of them. So with both of those sessions, if those ladies were on the live with me, we would go back and forth as I asked those questions, and I begin to dig deeper on the inside of the individual to discover what those answers are. Okay, to discover what those answers are. And to Charlene, I would say, what is the one thing that keeps on rearing its ugly head over and over again in your journey for success? What is the thing that keeps on rearing its head over and over again? Or another question I would ask you as a coach is, what is it that you're doing right now and it's mediocre? What are you doing right now that's mediocre that could be lots better? And when we do that, when I ask that question, then that's also going to lead us down a path to discover what some weaknesses might be. And so do you see how coaching works? It's a partnership, it's a dialogue, it's not a monologue. The coach is not the expert, the client is the expert. And so, many of us are trying to get through things like Tiffany mentioned with, single parenting and balancing work and home. How many people do you know that are out there who are single parents who could benefit from a coach helping them, to helping them to kind of work their way through some of these issues that kind of get them stuck as a single parent. And that's a good example. Or somebody that's trying to climb up the ladder of success at their job or in their career. Those are the types of people that benefit from coaching. And so that's why I love it, because it always gives me an opportunity. It always gives me an opportunity to help people to advance in their careers, in their lives. And Charlene says, I'm a single parent and it's a lot of work, but it's doable. And sometimes I think we got to know when to say like when to say, I need help, when to work with somebody who may be thinking about some things that you're not thinking about. Okay. Teresa says, scheduling my day. What I would do with Teresa, if I was working with her as a coach, I would say, okay, Teresa, what would a perfect day what would a perfect day in the life in the life of Teresa Thompson look like? What would that day look like? Yeah, that's my baby girl. What would that day look like? And then we would work through the details of that day, and then talk about the things that are most important, the things that you must do, the things that you want to do, the things that you need to do, right? And then we would kind of, break those things up and begin to fill in the blanks. Okay. So you see how coaching, when you're coaching, when you're coaching, it's a wonderful thing, because you get to help your client discover some things that they never knew were there, some answers that they never knew were there. And so that's the beautiful thing about coaching. Thank you guys for giving me some examples to kind of work through this afternoon, to kind of deal with this afternoon. But that's kind of what coaching is like and what it's about. And it's an amazing thing. I believe that every church should have a coaching ministry. I absolutely positively do, because coaching eradicates this whole thing, or eliminates this need, or this perpetual need for people to always lean on somebody else, right? Coaching works to make you independent. When a coaching takes on a coaching client, from the first day that I meet a coaching client, I'm trying to work myself out of a client, because I don't want my client to be dependent on me. I want to work myself out of a client. So I start from the beginning, start from the end, really at the beginning, saying, okay, this client coach relationship is not going to be forever. And I want to empower my client to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Okay. I want to empower my client to stand on their own 2 feet. We have to put the baby doll in the back. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Listen, guys, thank you for coming on this afternoon with me and talking about coaching. Don't forget, in the morning, 11 o'clock, we're going to be talking about life coaching and the success strategies that we gain as life coaches and why it's a good idea for you to come on over into the world of coaching, either listen as a client or as a coach. There are people out there. Listen, just consider the times that we're in. People are looking for answers, right? Do you think the coach should charge church members? And if so, how does that work? Well, it's dependent upon how that's set up. If there's a coaching ministry, just like there's a counseling ministry in the church, sometimes counseling is totally free. Sometimes there's a small fee that you pay. And I think either way works. I think either way is okay. And this is the reason why I think it's okay, in the church, even if you pay a small fee, because people usually commit to what they invest in. And so if it's a nominal fee that goes to the church, if it's just a nominal fee for the sessions, then that's fine. Especially if you're hiring staff, maybe you have an outside staff individual to come in, and you have to pay that individual. Then you're going to have to have some source of some source of income for that. Okay, but by and large, even when, and let me tell you this, not if you don't have a coaching ministry, if you are a pastor and you have that coaching tool, when you are working with your members, you can coach them, and that ain't gonna cost them nothing, right? You can coach them. You can coach them. You're gonna have to wait for Papa, okay? Wait for Papa, okay? Okay, hold it and give it to Papa. Okay, you ain't gonna hold it, okay? Okay. Okay. Something else, y'all. What's that? Oh, okay. Okay. So so yes, I think that, even if you're a pastor, or if you're a manager, you're out in the marketplace, or you're working with people in any capacity, that having the ability to coach is going to help you. I mean, I coached my son when he was still in high school, right? Some of my methodologies and coaching strategies I was able to share with him. Right. Grandkids, she doesn't care that I'm on live. Yeah, it doesn't matter to her that I'm on live doing a live stream right now. Right. So I love that. Your shirt says mini influencer. Mini influencer. That's cute. Anyway, so yeah, it's a tool that you can use in so many different ways, in so many different areas of your life. So anyway, we'll talk about it more tomorrow. If you have not registered, can't open it. If you have not registered, please register. Say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi. Right there. Say hello. Say hello. Come on, sit on Genga's lap and say hi so that we help me close it out. Okay. We're gonna close it out. Say hello. Huh? You're not gonna say hi? Say bye-bye then. Say bye-bye. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Listen, y'all have a Miss Carissa saying hello. Miss Charlene is saying hello. Beautiful one, pretty girl. They're calling you pretty girl. Say hi. Say thank you. Say thank you. You gonna say thank you? You being shy?
Grandma story.
Yes, that's the grandma story. Okay, I gotta read a book. All right, guys. Love you much, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay, blessings to you.